We're stuck in Vermont.
So what did you want me to do here? You want me to hit her on the head?
Welcome to Stuck in Vermont, brought to you by 7 Days. My name's Ava Solberger. We're here in Waitsfield, Vermont at the Valley Players Theater for the Green Mountain Opera Festival. It's in its 4th year here in the Mad River Valley, and after weeks of intense rehearsal, they will be performing Mozart's The Marriage of Figaro at the Barre Opera House. Today is an open rehearsal, so community members like me are allowed to go in and see behind the scenes.
Madame.
I'll do that again. I'm sorry.
Well, that's the great thing about this festival is that people in Vermont don't have to travel to New York or Boston or Montreal to hear professional, high-quality opera.
This company is really kind of a little jewel.
To see the level of singers that Green Mountain Opera Festival has, the world-class singers, world-class conductor, orchestra.
In Vermont.
Opera kind of brings the best of...
You have singing, you have the symphony, you have acting, you have costumes, you have everything that encompasses many art forms.
And there's a moment, and it happens for different people in different operas where there's something that just goes boing right in your heart.
Lose myself. I can suspend my disbelief.
Because the opera singers do not use any amplification. And the vibrations that touch the audience is something special that you cannot explain.
It's really exciting to be in a different world.
Especially in the Barre Opera House, that is a very intimate setting. It reaches the audience members very directly.
It's Mozart, and it's a comedy, and it's very convoluted with wonderful intricacies of the story.
In this opera, things start going wrong very soon. He realizes the Count is after his bride-to-be, Susanna.
The mistaken identity thing, sort of like Three's Company. You know, there was always some major misunderstanding, and then Jack Tripper would run into someone in the courtyard. Well, something very similar happens in Act 4.
It's like three months worth of sitcom plunked into one evening.
It's a modern-day soap opera.
I find out that this woman who's been chasing me for 3 acts is now my mother. And it's just, this news gets dropped on you. It is. It's like watching, I don't know, All My Children or something.
It's a little bit of I Love Lucy, a little bit of...
It's love, betrayal, and forgiveness. Yeah, whoever wants to come to this doesn't have to know opera, doesn't have to know anything about the art form. You just have to come and enjoy it and watch the super titles above the stage, and the story is self-explanatory. It gets very complicated, but it's lots of fun.
Plus, there's a certain thrill of being right next to these mythical creatures, these wonderful singers with this talent.
And then they go, oh, and this huge voice pours out of them, and it hits you right here. And
a lot of things happen, head to toe. The whole instrument engages.
Like everything is vibrating in conjunction with that one note, and it's crazy. It's magic.
And then you become sort of that stage creature.
Singers are like mythical beasts.
But our audience members that come to these things are so loving, so appreciative of the fact that they can observe this sacred moment, which is a rehearsal, because it's like a singer standing there naked, really. They're testing things out that is very difficult to do in front of a public.
I appreciate the performance much more.
For the community, it's very important because they get to see the process and then they get attached to it more.
Beautiful, gorgeous symphonic music, but it's also gorgeous costumes and a beautiful set. It's going to keep it alive.
Maybe opera at first doesn't seem quite accessible, but the more you know it, the more you appreciate it, the more you love it. And actually, we have followings from all over many cities, from Montreal, Boston, New York, that have come here to see this.
This is my first time to the opera, and I thought it was awesome.
Once you love it and appreciate it, you'll come back and enjoy it.
Here we are in the middle of Vermont, in this tiny little place. I love it. It's great.
Primordial and beautiful as the mountains and the trees. The juxtaposition is maybe good for the soul.
I guess Vermont isn't known for being a hotbed of opera. But it will be, yes.
He'd go, yay! He would just be so happy.
I do wonder if he thought, 2009, and they're doing Figaro? And so are 100 other companies in the world right now.
200 plus years after he died, people are still singing his music and raving about it and coming to see it.
In the day, Mozart was like Madonna, basically. Mozart was the hip guy of the day.
He probably would say, "Oh my God, what is that shiny metal thing driving down the street?"
Love, betrayal, jealousy, cross-dressing? This is the kind of story I could sink my teeth into. We'll get stuck with you again real soon.
Esci e alcun momento. Mi lasci solo.
Dalla e sarà. Vado a cercarlo.
Qui dietro mi porta.
Dove ce l'hai?
Lasci, e cerca che basta.